Yeah. Speaking of, and this might be a fucking sensitive topic. What do you think should happen to? Is it China's fault? And what do you think should happen to China? What do you think the repercussions should be?
I saw on Twitter the other day a gentleman in America saying that the wet markets in China are just butchers. They're exactly the same as the butchers that we have here at the supermarket. And that
I've never fucking gone to me butchers and seen them cook a fucking Labrador live. Get fucked.
A dumb cunt. Like, are you fucking serious? This cunt has obviously never seen the photos where they got fucking the weird armadillo cunts laying on top of bats and there's a fucking gerbil up its ass. Like, that is not a butcher. There's no hygiene. This is why these animals their diseases are thriving, because disease thrives in moist, hot, dirty climates. And what is more moist, hot, and dirty than a fucking wet market? What a dumb cunt. And that cunt, he was only saying that because he was trying to push his social brownie point, saying, hey, look, I'm defending China. China doesn't need your defense, mate. All right? There's 1.5 billion people there, a few less now after the coronavirus, but 1.5 billion people, or whatever it is. And they're just fucking, that is a crazy world over there. Like, we don't understand it at all.
Yeah, it sounds like he just started a fucking traineeship at the fucking...
BuzzFeed or something.
At the World Health Organization.
Yeah. So it is the Wuhan virus. There is no doubt about that. Trump is completely correct when he calls it the China virus. Whether or not it started there for the first time, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. But that is where it's got its name. That is where it's cut its teeth. It did its apprenticeship, and it came to world renounce, if that is a word. It came to world. Everyone knew about it from Wuhan, from that wet market. Therefore, it is the China virus.
Well, I think it definitely started in fucking Wuhan. I think the question is, did it start at the wet market or did it start at the bio laboratory up the road? And that, a lot of people call that a conspiracy theory, but fuck me, like, you've got, I think there's two bio fucking weapons or bio research fucking institutes within 10 kilometers of the market. I mean, it could have been accidentally leaked out, and a lot of people are saying, even some in the mainstream media are questioning this now.
Yeah.
But it came from China, right? I mean, I've heard people say, "Well, that's it, fucking war with China. Let's nuke China." That's obviously bullshit. But there should be ramifications. I mean, they knew about this thing in late December, and they covered it up for fucking days and days and days, if not weeks. And that's how it spread, and that's why we're all fucking at home. That's why the world economy's fucking crashed. There's got to be ramifications.
Well, sorry, go on. No, from memory, I'm just Googling it now. Germany in World War II or World War One, they were issued with a fine.
War reparations, of course, yeah.
War reparations.
War I and fucking two, yeah. And so
Germany agreed to pay reparations of 132 billion gold marks to the I can't pronounce that. The Treaty of Versailles, which were cancelled in 1932. Anyway, the same
Treaty
thing.
Treaty of Versailles was after World War One, I think. And that's...
Sure. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just reading off the front page of Wikipedia. It's a bit fucking weird. Anyway, it's one of those things where this is exactly what China should be faced with, because they didn't act accordingly. They didn't tell enough people. They should be absolutely be held accountable for this. Maybe not in entirety, but at least a little bit.
Throw
some change in the hat.
I tell you what they should be faced with, and this is both is that the word, punitory and practical. I mean, something like 80% of our pharmaceuticals and manufacturing is direct from China. We buy everything from fucking China, but in particular, things like face masks and medical supplies and pharmaceuticals are manufactured in China. That needs to come home, and America needs to take back their own manufacturing and maybe us, but certainly the big boys like America and Britain and some of the other countries, and that's gonna fucking have an effect on their economy, because they've largely covered this fucking thing up, kind of thing, and then they've done things like there was a story about Chinese people buying fucking face masks and shit here and shipping them back to fucking China. I mean, we need to be more independent in what we produce and what we consume, at least, and that's going to have a knock-on effect of affecting China's economy, which they fucking deserve, obviously.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. When we rely so much on outsiders other countries to produce things that we need on a daily basis, and then we go and sell land that is now owned by foreign entities that can legally sell crops or oil or coal back to that particular foreign entity, and we don't have a say in that. Like, that is scary. That is real problem. That is a real problem if we face something like a pandemic where the death rate is higher than 20 or 30% rather than the 3% or 2% or 1% that we're facing now, or a world war. That's when the issues arise. And we are due for a world war. This has to happen soon.
I haven't even put any thought into that, but fingers crossed, eh? If a world war happens, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
So fun. I hope I become part of the Australian or some type of propaganda machine, and I can just sit back and get paychecks.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
I mean, it's pretty cowardly, but thank fuck. I mean, I'm 36. I don't know what you are. You must be 30 something.
No, I'm 26. Thank you very much, mate.
Jesus Christ, you fucking Jesus Christ.
The harsh wind.
I mean, thank fuck for that. I'm not getting conscripted. You cunts can go fight that. Fuck
yeah,
you.
I mean, hopefully, give me another 20 years and then send me kids off or something like that. But it is a scary thing. It's a reality, and it's funny to watch how people are so unprepared for something like that. Like, I was thinking about that when this virus started. I was like, fuck, there's no way Mrs. Butts and I, we can do anything to find our own food and shit. Like, I got a couple of knives around the house, but that's about it. We're fucked. So